In here is something I bought, but I haven't even seen. This is gonna sound crazy stupid, but I found it on Marketplace. It had two really shitty photos. So I bought it, but it was like 2 hours away from my house, but it was like 15 minutes away from where Steven works. So I told him to take my truck to work. So what I think it is he told me, I just got a quick look at it and it's nothing like I intended. I didn't think it was on an old TV stand. Anyway, we'll not talk about that. This machine here is designed to wrap in electrical motors with coils. So to like redo all the motor, anyway, it's like to rewrap electrical motors like alternator starters, 120 volt washing machine motors. It's not exactly what I thought it would look like. Wow, Steven really jammed this thing in here. Yeah, I don't know what this thing does, but it's probably to do something. It's probably to do something. Best way of putting it. Ooh, that's heavier than I think. That one right on my fingers. Lovely, right on my fingers. I don't know what this thing is. It's definitely like an old dresser. 2, 3. It's a lot heavier than it looks, I'll tell you that. Holy. What was that thing? Well, this is pretty terrifying. What does that thing do? What does this do? Does that just count it? I don't really know. Let me go get power. And let's take a look at this. So I paid $250 for this. It's nothing like what I intended it to be. I don't think that's going to be enough of a gear down. It's got no pressure. What does that one do? So I don't know what that one does, which turns that one. Doesn't sound like that. Doesn't sound like it likes that. Okay, so this thing's not actually what I thought it was do for me. What I thought it would do is I could put like a rim on here and then I could cut it. I don't know what this whole contraption's for. I wonder what this motor down here does. Like, what does that thing do? Oh, Jesus Christ! Apparently it needs a GFI. I'm not sure what I bought. I'm not sure what I paid so much for it. Fuck. It is counting these numbers pretty nicely, though. I think I can make this thing work. I'm not too overly keen to the wooden base. I don't think there's any ever need that I'll need to spin that fast. So here's what I'm thinking. I think I got to put a secondary pulley system on here and then reduce it down so that this thing can spin a little bit better. You know what? Leave me with this for a bit. I'm going to leave this video. I'm going to leave this video for a bit. Please don't shock me. I'd like to figure out what the other one does. There's a couple other attachments that came with it. So I imagine this thing right here would go on here. Mostly the reason I think about that is because the holes line up to bolt it on. So that's why I think that goes onto there. I know that sounds stupid that I just think that like 1 and 2 go together like that, but I think 1 and 2 go together like that. And that's for winding your electric motors. And this crazy looking contraption, it looks like it goes on there too. Could you imagine this thing spinning at that crazy RPM that I just had this thing at? I don't even want to think of that. So I'm thinking that this and this are pretty much useless to me. Maybe keep the bases, maybe. We're going to try to buy a lathe chuck. This can go. The belt. Maybe a different set of tensioners. Maybe a big to small over here. Leave this with me. Let's see what I can do with this in the next probably 6 months, because let's face it, I ain't getting no fucking time. Oh well. Let's get it inside. Let's unplug it so I stop fucking shocking myself. Let's get it inside. I don't like that. Definitely don't like that. Oh, fuck. Oh, hopefully it won't fucking explode. So, I thought about that unit I bought to make rims. And let's be honest, my main thing in life right now is I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to do anything. I don't have enough time to build derby cars. I don't have enough time to do my house renovations. And I know that everybody says you don't have time, but I'm actually really starting to spend a lot of enjoyable time with my son. We spent like 2 hours today with dinky cars. But anyway, that's time I don't really want to give up with my kid. So we're going to subcontract this thing out to an older gentleman I know that's retired that is very mechanically inclined, but all he likes to do is tinker. And that person's my dad. So he doesn't really like being on camera, so I'm not sure how much I can film, but we're going to come up with an idea about this thing. I'm just on my way to his house right now to drop it off. So I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do it, but I'm going to talk to him and try to come up with some speeds and tell him what I'm after. I brought all the attachments and everything like that, and we're going to see how well this kind of goes together. I think it's going to be okay. I think he's going to get the crass. I think we're going to get rid of the old TV stand and pretty much start fresh and see what he thinks and go from there. But yeah, let's see how this goes. And maybe I can film a little bit with him, but he's not a big fan of being on camera. We'll be right back. So we got to my dad's. He's not here yet. So we've kind of taken this apart. This piece right here has just got like a lobe on the back of it. So what it does is I'm going to turn this camera around. So that lobe engages and disengages this. And then there's also this lever here, which does the exact same thing, but just temporary. So that it all just disengages that bottom sprocket inside there. Which with this disengage, you can run this one right here, which is how they were running it like that. But here's what I'm thinking. We take this motor from here and we put it over here. So by doing that, let me just set this camera up. So by doing that, I can basically use this drill right now as this motor. So we spin this just slowly, and now that spins slow enough that I can weld. Or if I spin it fast, it'd be nice if this was like a 2-speed, but it's not. Fast enough that I can cut that and still have a nice straight line. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep this thing here. I'm not exactly sure all of this, but this is completely out of oil. So I think we're gonna add some oil to it. I think we're gonna get rid of this chain drive unit here. I think we're going to get rid of half of the stuff here. We're going to take this motor and move it 90 degrees to here. Get rid of this motor because it is actually garbage. And then maybe get rid of the whole TV stand. And I'd like to put like an upright bar here. And then maybe, let me go get some other piece. What happens is I can have this here. And this thing here has got all these beautiful numbers on it for measurements. Have that bolted to there or something. And then have my attachments so I can get my measurements so I know exactly how much I'm cutting out of the rims. So this is going to be like a remake of 1,000 different little things here. And then I'm hoping to have like a grinder that can just slide over top of this and go weet, 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 weet. Just rest on it as this item is spinning. But we'll have to see. Let's wait for my dad to show up so I can explain to him exactly what I want. Just like I did to you guys. And he's going to tell me I'm going to be crazy. And then what happens is I'm going to hand him a small blank check. And then I'll be able to pick this up in about a month. Maybe 3 weeks. He will do this thing so nicely. He'll grease everything. He'll reseal it. He'll probably even paint it. He'll definitely clean it. I'll tell you that. He'll definitely clean it. But let's just hold on and wait, see what he says.